Testing one, two, three. Testing one through three. Mic check, mic check. This is Pastor Hank-Tyrone from the Full Four coming live and direct at you right now with a real brief video. I'd like to give first a salute and shout out to the lead attorney, Atlanta, Georgia defense and divorce lawyer extraordinaire, Esquire, for motivating all of us to open up our channel and for helping us to bring out content that is applicable to our world, to our space. Praise the Lord. This particular video is actually a reaction video that I titled Kevin Samuels, Why Women Love Men Who Cheat. Why women love men who cheat. Why women love men who cheat. We're going to now come in live and direct and listen to Brother Samuels. We're going to actually let him have a conversation with a brave caller that calls in to share her opinions to these questions. You're going to hear a lot of young ladies that call in that are ages of 21, roughly to about 30. I have yet to see a brave woman over 45 call in, but women who are 21 to about 30 call in, and they're going to talk specifically about the quote-unquote idea of why women love men who cheat, to the point where, as Kevin Samuels argues, they do love songs. They listen to hip-hop songs. A lot of the songs that we had, praise the Lord, in our past day were songs that were just about love. It's pretty much it's pretty much is a powerful point that powerful point. Sorry, I'm typing. Something popped up my email. I got to reply back to it. 1 second. Yeah. All right. So right now I'm gonna press play and let us get into the chat, and then we'll talk about the chat. Here we go.
It's all of a sudden unfair.
Right.
Okay, so my question to you is, if that's the way you feel, what are you going to do about your place in this world? Do you plan on getting married?
I would love to get married, yes.
Okay, how are you going to make sure that happens so you can get out of this game playing environment?
I just have to move myself kind of out of that category, like just different myself. Another word.
Did you go to college?
I went to college for 2 weeks, so it doesn't really count.
For 2 weeks?
Yeah, I went to college for 2 weeks.
Okay, what do you do for a living?
So right now I'm finishing my license in massage therapy.
You said massage?
Yeah, massage therapy.
Massage therapy.
Right, yeah.
How long do you think you could be a masseuse?
Really, I would do it as like a side business.
No, ma'am. I'm asking you, as a 24-year-old woman who has 2 weeks of college, how long do you think you could work as a masseuse to provide for yourself?
To provide for myself.
Yes, you have to provide for yourself. You're a single woman.
I can't wait
in
for you to
this
see other
world.
doggies' boobies.
You have to make enough money to
I want you to
provide
see
for
other
yourself.
doggies. I
Right.
know,
I
but I was talking to boobies. Hey, booby knows I want him to see other doggies.
At least
Check.
okay.
Check. 1, 2.
Right. How much do you think you can make as a massage therapist?
In the state I live in, it's between 56 and 61
What state do you live
thousand.
in?
Yeah. Colorado.
That's bullshit. That's high. That's on the high end. Massage envy. What's the average hourly going massage? What's the average hourly massage rate between schools and massage envy and all that stuff? Probably about $45 to
Um,
$50 an hour, a dollar a minute.
I wouldn't go into massage envy, so I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
matter, ma'am. You got to go with a ma'am. I know this intimately well. You got to go where the market is. And my
Right.
point,
I
my
mean,
point of all, my point of all this is being a masseuse beats your body up, and it doesn't make you rich. And
right.
there is a certain, there's only so long you can do it, which means you. That means you're not going to be able to take care of yourself. So that means you're going to need another income. Where's it going to come from? A husband?
I would hope so.
Well, then what are you doing to make sure that happens? See, what I'm trying to get to you guys to understand is women today are choosing jobs that don't pay enough, and they are not actively pursuing becoming a wife of a man of value. They just expect it to happen.
Well, I don't expect it to just happen, but I do have
So when
to provide.
I asked you what you plan on doing, you said separate myself.
You heard an outstanding 2 minute excellent dialogue back and forth between the Socratic method of Kevin Samuels asking the same great questions he asked the thousands upon thousands of callers that a licensed professional therapist would ask, a counselor would ask, a pastor is supposed to ask, but never ever do you see those people except this licensed professional counselor who gets paid money, but most blacks can't afford them, give the straight up truth to them in a way that slaps them in the face with the word change. And so what ends up happening is that girl doesn't cry, doesn't break down, doesn't say, oh snap, I'm in trouble. I don't recognize how messed up I am right now. I don't see that I am set up to be a dead woman, 50 years old, dead and alone. 50 years old, dead and alone. Why is that so important, Henry? Because I'm 47, 48 this year, and I'm going to be dead and alone if I don't make good choices in my life. I did not know these things that I needed to know when I was 20, when I was 15, that I should have known because my father wasn't there for me. He wasn't there to help me grow and to help me become the best man I could be. And there's a lot of boys and girls who are now adults that did not get that wisdom, that did not get that knowledge. And my heart breaks for them. My heart breaks for them bad. But here's the question: what are we gonna do? And the answer is we got to change. That girl was a 24-year-old kid. I was once 24 years old, and I was once a kid. I was once a kid that did not know the truth. I was once a kid that did not know what he was supposed to know. And I did not know that I was supposed to be at a certain age, be this mature man at 25, this mature man at 35, this mature man at 45. I know now, but I'm 47, 48. And sadly, a lot of our boys don't know. So, what do you think should happen in this situation? Do you think this girl's going to get help? If she listens to Kevin Samuels, yes. If she doesn't, no. If she fights him, as you're going to hear with other callers, no. Place it in there nice and neat. Okay, so I guess maybe drop it down this way. Maybe drop it down like that. Oh, okay. Don't want to go in there, then what do you do? Push it down. Okay, so the color's on the left, on the black is on the right. So that's color. So you push it down. All right. And then you click it up. Okay. 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 Listen to what happens next. I'm glad I'm pausing. I want you, Henry, think about what you heard.
Mhm.
I asked you how it was supposed to happen, and do you think you gave me a compelling answer?
No, I don't think I answered that. Like, I know I said to differentiate myself, but I don't think I answered like the steps that I'm taking to different
Okay,
myself.
what steps are you taking?
Well, right now I'm like just at the bottom at the foundation pieces. So I'm changing just my psychology of things and my mindset. So I'm
Hmm.
just starting
And who are you
right
paying
now
to
with
coach you through
therapy.
that? Who
And
are you paying? Are you in therapy?
yeah, right now I'm in therapy.
Are
I'm
you
in
are you in therapy for um, things that happened in childhood?
yeah, just all around therapy, like starting from childhood trauma and going from there.
How
Going
long
from
you been in
that.
therapy?
It's coming up my 5th session, so 5 weeks now.
Okay. I guess my ultimate point is this: that as a woman, uh, do you feel like how much time do you feel like you have to be found by your husband?
Not that long because I'm 24, so
Right. So
probably yeah, not too
probably
long.
what?
I'm gonna say like 2 years. I'm gonna give myself 2 years.
All right. All right. So here's the thing. I think a lot of women today don't believe they're going to have to compromise on anything. And as a, if you're, you don't want your husband to cheat. Okay, fine. But are
I
you a
mean,
wife? I get it. I mean, that's fine. Putting husbands or wives over there. But in order to become a wife, in order to get married, you got to be a wife first. And you're not a wife. So you're in a dating marketplace and no one, what do you owe someone in the dating marketplace? Does a man owe you loyalty? I mean, monogamy?
No, not in the dating marketplace. No.
Okay. Do you owe him that?
Um, I mean, if I want him to marry me, I think I should be.
Okay.
I should,
So
be
do you think?
faithful.
So do you think women should? Do you think women should be faithful and men should have the opportunity to cheat?
No.
Okay.
No,
Do you?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well. All right. Well, let's expand. Let's flesh it out. Okay.
Okay.
Uh.
Yeah, if
Then.
both of you guys are dating, then both of you guys are in the market. Like you're single until you're married.
Yeah, but he
then,
has more
like
time.
both of you guys are dating.
But he has more time.
Right.
See, I guess what I'm trying to get you ladies to understand is we're not equals in this marketplace. You are far behind us. As a woman, you are far behind a man. And you have a shorter window of time, and you're going to have to give up some things. And we have told women that men and women are equal and that there should be some fairness. There is no fairness in the sexual marketplace. Unfortunately, women today were not raised to be wives. You're raised to be individuals. And that does not change the sexual marketplace. Okay. So women pay a higher penalty for cheating than men. You cheat on your man, you cheat on a guy, he's gonna leave you. A man cheats on you, you gonna leave? Or you gonna stay?
Dating, if a man was cheating on me, I don't think it would be that big of a deal because I wouldn't be giving myself wholly to that man, like all the way to that man. So
you mean wholly? You mean sexually?
Yeah, sexually, emotionally.
So you wouldn't be having sex with him?
Dating, just dating? No, it would have to be at least super, like serious dating or an engagement. Just dating? No, I wouldn't.
So a man has to be your fiance before he has sex?
Fiance or serious dating? Like I'm committed to this.
You mean a one-on-one? You're my girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's. See why modern dating is dumb? Women want the same kind of relational commitments without the obligation. Ma'am, you don't get that in the dating marketplace. If you're not sexually active, you get put over on the shelf. Nobody's going to deal with a woman who's not sexually active. If you want a man, if you ladies want men to commit to you one-on-one, you better be quality enough for him to wife.
Right.
And if you're not, you get just what he gets, a good time for a short time. That's what your mothers and the womenism and feminism has made it for you to be. You're asking for too much. And women's standards are too high. You want men to behave like they're your husband and you want to lock him down and he's your boyfriend. Well, what does it mean to be your boyfriend if you don't have a ring? See what I mean?
Right.
I know they don't like the way it sounds, but it's the truth. The compromise. Unmute yourself, Shana. See, what I'm trying to get women to do. Hello? How old are you? Why are you not on camera?
Oh, there I am.
All right. So, hey, how are you? So we're talking about cheating. We're talking about cheating, and I was trying to have the conversation to let ladies understand that you can't cheat, but we can.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't like that, if you don't like it, what are you going to do about it?
What was your question? What's your question exactly?
Well, we're talking about why do women love men who cheat? Or do women love men who cheat?
I don't necessarily think that we like men that cheat. I think it's more so I feel like at the end of the day, like us women, we know exactly what we want. So like if we're with a guy and they're not really like fulfilling like what we want, like of course we're gonna go look for it somewhere else. And I feel like that's the same thing with like men, where like if the woman's not fulfilling what they need, then they're gonna go look for it somewhere else. So that's why I feel like cheating is like a big thing in like relationships, and it's not so
It's only a big thing. It's a big thing. Women make a big deal out of it. Women say they don't want a man who cheat, but then those are the very men that women love.
True.
So based upon women's actions, men should cheat because those are the men women love. See how that logic breaks down? Women complain about men who cheat all the time, but those are the men women love. The men who don't cheat are the men you walk away from. So, have you been cheated on before?
No, I've never been cheated on before, but also like I feel like I'm 22 and I'm more so like career driven, where I actually don't really
Where'd you go to school for? Where'd you go to school for?
I go to school I'm a biology pre-med major, and I attend the University of Alabama right now.
Okay, but you're career driven. You don't have a career. You're just a student.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty much like persevering my career. So that's
okay. So you're gonna be another one of these PhD women who die alone.
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna die alone.
I am. Because you just said you just said some of the most foolish shit a woman can say. I'm not worried about relationship. I'm more career driven. And
yeah,
I need you not to overtalk me. I need you to listen before I'll give you a chance to speak. Couple of questions. How long have you watched my show?
I honestly just started watching it.
About how long? About how long ago? About how long? Would you?
Like a couple of minutes ago.
You've never seen my show before?
No, sir.
Okay, well, ma'am, here's a sound bite.
I'm a PhD.
I'm a PhD. And then there's another sound bite. Bite dog and die alone. This show for the last almost 2 years is littered with women who say, I don't need no man. I got a PhD. I'm focused on my career, da, 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 da. And then women who share your reflection, about 35 or 40 years old, are complaining and whining and frustrated because they can't find a man of value. You're 22 years old and you want to go to med school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are your non-Black female counterparts not getting married as well?
Not necessarily, no.
So non-Black women are going to med school and finding a way to get married.
I believe it's possible.
No. That's what they're doing. The next lowest grade group of women to get married is 54%. That's white women. And my point is, you have one young woman up front who wants to get married. She's really preparing herself. And then she's out here in the sexual marketplace. We have another young lady who is saying a different version of the same thing. I'm focusing on my career. Ma'am, you're focusing on your career, right? Do you want to get married one day?
Yeah, of course. Like I want to have like a family and everything.
How many children? Okay, how many children would you like to have?
I want to have at least 3.
At least 3. Once you're married and pregnant with the first child, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills? After you're pregnant and married with your first child, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills? Or do you want your husband to be able to carry the load to where when you're pregnant, you don't have to work to pay significant bills?
Yeah, like while I'm pregnant, I would prefer not to work.
Okay.
But like
Three,
after
two, okay.
pregnancy
I asked my question in a very systematic way. After you, what percentage of the overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime? Meaning, if you don't produce it, the family doesn't get it. Do you want your children to be able to attend college?
of course.
Do you want to be able to travel internationally and domestically with your family?
Yeah.
Okay. What percentage of our overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for? Meaning, as an individual, you have to be responsible for 100%. As a married woman with 3 children, what percentage of that load do you want to have to be responsible for an entire lifetime?
Well, I feel like in a relationship, it should be 50-50.
So
So
50
like
50, that means if you stop, that means, ma'am, if you stop, that means you got to work during pregnancy. Because if you stop working for any reason, the family's in jeopardy. 50-50 means you can't walk effectively with one leg. 50-50, doctor. Meaning if you don't bring it to the table, how about this? If you stop working for any reason, whether you choose to, whether you want to retire, whatever, do you want the family to be at serious financial risk from losing your income?
no, I don't want the family to be at risk.
Okay, doctor. That means 10%. 10%, doc. 10%. 10%. What state do you live in again?
I'm from Georgia, but I'm currently staying in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Okay, so for a family of 3 children, a wife and a husband, a family of 5, what is the annual income you think you would need?
100K. I don't
Ma'am,
know.
you said you want your kids to be able to attend college, and you said you want to be able to travel nationally and internationally. Doctor, please. 100,000 for 3 people. That's $20,000 a person. Please think again, doctor.
Is it along like 500?
I'm asking you. You said you want your kids to be able to attend college and you pay for it. You said you want to be able to travel domestically and internationally with your kids. Does that sound like middle class or does that sound like upper class?
I feel like with this economy, more like middle class.
Middle class? Did your parents pay for your college?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. No. You have a mother and father?
Mm-hmm.
And what's your tuition every month? I mean, every quarter? Every semester?
Since I'm out of state, they pay along the lines of 50,000 for a school year.
Ma'am, the average middle class family with 2 kids and 2 adults makes $47,000. Your tuition is their income. See, what I'm showing is so many women talk this stuff and they don't understand anything about the math because you don't plan on paying for it. You're going to need around $500,000 for the lifestyle you talked about because even if it was just middle class, well, because you want $500,000 with the kids, each one of your kids is $500,000. And then you don't want to have to work to pay more than you don't really want the family to be at any real risk if you start working. So what percentage of men in this country earn $350,000 or more?
I would say like 2% or 3%.
Around
it's
1%.
Very slim.
Right. So if a man is in the top 1% of men, do you think he should have the option to pick? So and you want that man to be strictly monogamous?
Mm-hmm.
You're crazy. I want you to understand something. How tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Dress size?
Say that again?
Dress size?
Like 14.
How much you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
220.
And on a scale from 1 to 10, you can't use 7. What would you rank yourself fresh face out of the shower? Can't use 7.
I'm a 5. You said scale from 1 to 7?
Hmm?
I'm
So,
5.
so man, we're in a world with an average, 5 is an average, right? Average.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a world with an average looking woman who's obese command a man who's in the top 1% of earners and can demand that he's monogamous. Where in the world can that happen? It, does that sound equal, ma'am?
No.
So let's scale it back. If you're average, could you marry an average man? An average man is earning around $42,000 a year, and you be the breadwinner. You marry your husband, you have your 3 children, and because you said you're more focused on your career, we go with that model. Because if a man were the doctor, it would make sense for him to marry the. See, if a man were in your position, it would make more sense for him to marry an average person, right? Most men who are doctors don't marry doctors. Could you marry an average man and have his children? And then you carry the bigger portion of the financial load, like 90%, and he just carried the 10%?
Yeah, if the love is genuine.
There's not, I mean, love is what you choose. But I'm asking, just like you would want a man to carry 90%, you're putting yourself in the financial position to be a doctor, to be a higher earner. Men who are higher earners traditionally have to settle for women. Could you settle for an average earning man?
Me personally, I could.
Okay, cool. That's what my show is. It's basically trying to get women to understand where they rank. Because what you want is you want a man in the top 1%, and that typically doesn't happen where a man in the top 1% deals with a woman who's in your SMV, your sexual marketplace value. Have you ever heard that broken down that way?
No, I haven't.
Now, when I ask about an average man, would you have a problem paying the lion's share of the family bills?
No.
Okay. Would your family have a problem with him?
I mean, the way like my household is set up, like the way my household is set up, like my dad more so like pays the mortgage and
No. I mean, but okay, if you're going to be a physician, you'll earn more than most people.
yeah.
Okay, do you want to live at your life? Do you want to live at your lifestyle potential, or do you want to live at your average husband's lifestyle potential? I mean, do you want to live at a $42,000 level?
No, I would definitely want to live above those means.
Well, then, okay. So this is the dilemma for most women. You want to live at a higher level. In order to live at a higher level, you either have to do it by yourself, or you have to get a man who is at your level or higher. But the men at your level or higher have high standards for their wives.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest one being fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard that?
Yeah, I heard of that before.
Son, you're how old? 22?
Yeah.
So is there any medical reason why you're 200 and, what did you say, 40 pounds?
It's 220.
Excuse me.
You're fine. It's not no medical reasons. It's more so like, I'm not going to say like genetics, but like big boned women do run in
There's
my
no big
family.
bone, man. Stop that, doctor. There are no large skeletons. Stop that. You're just lazy and have a bad diet and don't work out.
Okay, if that's how you want to put it, yeah.
How would you put it, ma'am? You're 5 foot tall and 220 pounds. You're the size of
But
a
it's
running
only
back.
so much that you can
But you're the
control.
size
Like,
of a running
you
back.
can- okay, but it's only
Man,
so much
there's
that you
nothing you can tell me
control
that you're. If
when it
I go
comes
back
to,
in your
like,
family, if I go
genetics
back and
and
you
your
don't overtalk me, you can tell me you don't overtalk me. Don't overtalk me. That's what we think we don't do. If I go back in your family album, you're going to tell me that the women back in the 1920s were 220 pounds.
No, but the people that
No,
are
ma'am, they're
more
not.
so like,
No, ma'am, they're not. And that's the point. There is no medical reason, so it is about discipline. And what I'm trying to get you to understand is don't make excuses for it. Just understand that if you want a higher quality mate, you're going to have to be competitive. That's all it comes down to. You want a man who's on your level socioeconomically. He wants a woman that's a higher SMV, sexual marketplace value. Does that make sense?
yeah, it makes sense.
So if the key to getting the kind of man you would like for a husband and a mate for life was you dropping 100 pounds and maintaining it, could you do it? If that was the key, could you do it?
Yeah, if it
All
was
right.
the key.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Then there is nothing else that needs to be said. Audience, understand. If she thought that was the key, she could do it. So that's the lack of discipline. That's the lack of will. It's not the only key, but it is a very important one. Because men look at women, especially women we want to have children with, and if you're going to be a doctor, man, you know a woman puts on 30 to 50 pounds of baby weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means you already, if you got pregnant tomorrow, you'd shoot up to 250 to 280. You're not going to lose all that. You're going to keep about 10, you're going to keep at least half of that. If you kept half of your baby weight per child, you would be every bit of 280, almost 300 pounds after 3 kids. Why is this important? Because this is how men think. We think in terms of the math that I gave you. We think in terms of where you are now and where you're going to be. And women, you guys think in terms of I look good and somebody will holler at me and somebody will sleep with me. But men who are looking for wives are looking for something completely different. Return on investment over time. How did we get on this subject? We got on this subject talking about cheating. Ma'am, I think it's crazy for women to think men who have all these options should be strictly monogamous. I think y'all are crazy. I think y'all are crazy to demand that. If a man chooses to do it, that's one thing, but I think it's unreasonable. Crystal?
Hello?
Hey, how are you? How old are you? All right. So, 24. Do you think a man should be able to cheat or not?
I think a man should be able to cheat if he's high value. But the only thing is that average men walk around and they think that they can cheat too.
Okay. A man should be able to cheat if he's high value. Are you a woman of the S&V level that a high value man would desire?
I wouldn't say so, no.
Okay. So your issue is that average men want to move like high value men?
Yeah, it's like at what point as an earner can you be like, okay, I can step out and exercise my options? Because for me, in my situation, the guy's making 57K. That's, average. But he's still has me competing
Well, it's really
with,
not average. Hold on, dear. Hold on. Is he black?
yes.
It's not average. Average is 42. So he really is
Well,
making
it's
almost
not high
50%
earning.
more. I'm just being out. That's the fact. That's just the numbers. But go ahead.
Yeah, so I think that I walk around average. I
Okay.
think that even he's like maybe a little bit above average by the
Okay.
numbers, whatever.
Okay.
So I think we're good suitors for each other, but I don't think that I should have to put up with cheating if he's not,
Okay. Has
high
he
value.
cheated? Has he cheated?
Yes, a lot.
The first time he cheated, how did you find out about it?
Going through his phone.
So he didn't put it in your face.
Well, he actually did. Like he was like showing me something on his phone, and I saw.
No, he
a
didn't
text
intentionally
message
show
pop
it to you. And he didn't show. He didn't say, "Look at this chick I'm kicking it with."
up. No, not explicitly, but
Okay,
he
so
wasn't.
I mean, I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand. No judgment. No heat. No judgment. You're not married though, right?
I actually am.
You're married. Okay. You're married to this man.
Yes.
You guys have any children?
No, we don't.
Cheating.
Well, when I first confronted him about it, it was like he didn't really give a reason. He maybe tried to deflect a little bit, but we recently talked about it again, and that's why I say I'm average, maybe even below, because
I'm trying to. I'm just trying to get the. I mean, ma'am, I'm trying to understand.
I know. I'm trying to explain. So
Was he not sexually satisfied?
No, it's because he the only thing that he points out is that I don't cook for him.
Okay. So he said he had sex with another woman because you don't prepare meals.
No, he says that's the reason why he cheats, because he has sex with multiple women, like a lot. So, but yeah, that's the only thing that he has pointed out. Like, as I asked him, like, how can I be a better suitor for you? And he's like, you don't cook.
All right. So that's bullshit on his part. That's bullshit on his part. So if you're listening, that's bullshit. That's bullshit because you're married. These are different scenarios. Does he have any outside kids?
No, he does not.
How long you guys been married?
For 4 years.
And how many times? Okay, he cheated, and he's cheated with the same woman or with different women?
Different women. Probably repeated a few times with the same woman. But it's definitely a lot of them.
And you've asked him how you could be a better wife, and he just said because you don't cook.
Yeah, I mean, he eats. He's from a different culture, so I cook for myself, and I know how to cook. But
no, that's not a reason. That's not a reason for him to have sex with another woman. What culture is he from?
He's Ghanaian.
Before you got married, did you guys discuss that he was going to be having women?
We actually did.
You did?
Yes.
And did you accept? Hold on, ma'am. You discussed it. Did you accept him having other women?
Yes, up until we got married.
No, ma'am.
After we got married.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I asked a very specific question. I asked that when you guys got together, did he say he was going to be having other women? You said you discussed it. All right. Mm-hmm. Are you trying to say that you accepted his proposal of marriage on the condition that he would no longer see other women?
No, I accepted his proposal to date. But after marriage, it wasn't. That's not how it was supposed to be.
Okay, ma'am. You said you started seeing him, and you knew he said, and you discussed that he was going to be seeing other women.
Yeah,
and you accepted that.
Marriage, so that was
okay,
just
ma'am. But okay, stop. I'm just trying to get the facts because, okay, you said that was before marriage. What did you say after you accepted his proposal? So before marriage, he said you guys had the conversation. He said, "I'm going to see other women." What did you say when you accepted his proposal for marriage? I'll marry you, but you can't see other women?
Yes, I said that's gonna have to stop.
That's going to have to stop. And what did he say?
He agreed to it. I recently found out that he, had no intentions of really keeping that up, and he just lied to me. But yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know what to believe at this point, because if you accepted it before you got married and you said that's going to have to stop, and he said, okay, I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but I'm gonna tell you, I don't believe you. But
Yeah.
do you guys
It's
have
just
any?
like-
Do you guys have any ground rules set to where, meaning, has he brought on any babies?
No, he doesn't
Any-
have any kids.
Any STDs?
No,
Is he putting the family finances at risk?
no,
If you don't go looking for it, does he put it in your face?
no.
Then how are you finding out about the cheating?
His phone.
But you go looking for it.
But even if I look for it, I don't think I should be able to find anything.
No, that's bullshit. See, guys, the
That's
truth
like
always
Trump
comes. No,
saying-
ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. Man,
COVID
this is
test, like, you're not
bullshit.
gonna
This is
find
bullshit.
COVID
This
if
is
you don't
bullshit.
test.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is the bullshit. No, I was with you, but this is what you basically told us. Hey, I started dating this man, and I knew he's from another culture where they get down like this, and he told me about this, and I said, cool. Then I said, if we're gonna get married, I'll marry you, but this got to stop. And he said, all right, it'll stop. But he's not putting it in your face. You're going and look through his phone, and you're saying because he doesn't lock his phone up tight enough, it's his fault. Stop looking. You had a man who told you what was up at the beginning. Bullshit. See, this is why I don't believe what women say. You have to dig. Think of how many guys would just listen to this bullshit this woman was running down. Man, you got what you deserve. A man who was up front with you. Stop looking for the problems.
so-
He ain't bringing home no babies. He ain't bringing home any outside diseases. He's not putting the family at risk. And if your nosy ass would stop looking through the phone, you wouldn't have any problems.
I would still know it's there, though.
Excuse me?
I said I would still know it's there. Like,
You still don't
I know it's not
understand?
gonna
You
stop.
still don't understand? Is that what you said?
I said I would still know that it's there.
Well, then leave him and go do better. How about
Okay,
that?
that's what I'm planning to do.
Oh, well, can you though?
I mean,
You're
maybe.
average.
I
You're
mean,
average. You're average, right?
Yeah, and I'm okay with.
Then why
being
would you
average.
marry her? No, ma'am. Let's get real. You accepted this in dating. And he has not changed who he is. Yeah, he lied to you, but it sounds to me like he lied to you because he knew you looking for problems. And I'm gonna be honest, who wants to come behind this, ma'am? No man want to be snuck around and cheated and checked up on like this. You guys and the women may not like my response, but remember, this woman is going to actively look for issues. So wreck your home, ma'am. Go ahead. Enjoy. And then when you find out that the next man might not even be as upfront as this one.
Mm.
I mean, no offense, ma'am, but how tall are you?
I'm 5'5",
Dress size?
6.
And you ranked yourself as average?
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you? 20 what?
24.
24? I get it, ma'am. You may not like it, but he did tell you up front. And if you don't want to deal with it, you shouldn't have accepted it to begin with. You shouldn't have accepted it as a boyfriend or girlfriend, and you shouldn't have accepted a proposal of marriage from a guy who's been cheating up front. He comes from another culture.
Okay, cool. I mean, I like to make it work. I don't want to be that.
You make it work by
pedophiles
stop.
for
Okay,
divorce.
here's a way to make it work. Stop being nosy.
Okay.
They like women to call in your house. Stop being nosy. I'm gonna tell you guys, women, listen and listen well. As the modern dating scene becomes even more polarizing, you ladies, you're going to have to start to really understand the kind of man you want has more options than you. Cheating, I'm telling you, ladies, you got women worry about cheating more than men do, and women cheat almost like men do. And think about what I said. Women love men who cheat. What do we just see? A woman who accepted cheating. And did she act like she's not in love with her husband? Proving the point. Guys, here's my thing. Personally, my personal standpoint. If you're going to be having sex with other women, you need to tell your woman up front, I am not for lying. Cheating is a blanket term. I'm not for the deception. Meaning, like he said, they have the conversation. I'm from another culture, and I may choose to step out from time to time. I don't care. Have a safety word. Call it, I may choose to tiddlywink. And if her wife and your girlfriend say, hey, have you been tiddlywinking? Yep. All right, we need to use condom. Shit. If he's stepping out, there needs to be rules. Use protection, this, that, and third. No unprotected sex. Y'all need to come up with rules. Men, just because you cheating, that's the blanket term. There should still be rules because don't bring in any dangers. You got to show me who you are, man. See, a lot of women think this is, and the funny thing is, when I was in church and we would see relationships break up, there were more women cheating on their husbands and then filing for divorce. You would find out that women were claiming irreconcilable differences, but why is it that when a relationship breaks up, the woman has a man first? It's because she's already been cheating. So you ladies can miss us men with this virtue signaling like y'all are some virtuous creatures out here just getting your heart broken when we all know you got beta male orbiters, guys on your on deck circle, guys that we know what's going on. Unmute yourself, dude. Ma'am. Hello? Hey, how are you? How old are you? Okay. Why are you not on camera?
I'm sorry, my daughter's asleep and my lights
Okay,
are
I'll
off.
just
I
go
wanna
ahead.
wake her up.
Are you married? Are you married? Or are you single?
I'm married.
All right. So we're talking about women love men who cheat. What do you think?
I disagree.
Go ahead.
Well, the reason why I disagree with that statement is because I believe women don't go out seeking a man that's going to cheat. I mean, when you go out to pick a partner, you don't see "I cheat" written on their foreheads. You don't see them walking around with a shirt that says, "Hey, pick me, I'm a cheater." So you pick with the best intentions and you hope for the best. Now, sometimes you get the best and sometimes you get the worst. Most times it's the worst.
Ma'am, men cheat at a 28% rate. Women cheat at a 24% rate.
Okay.
So say the same thing you just said and put men in front. Men go out choosing women, hoping for the best. Women don't have a sign on their head that says they cheat, but then they do.
Well,
Why
they
is
can
it
go
that,
both
hold
ways.
on, I'll let you speak uninterrupted. Why is it that women make such a big deal about cheating when women cheat almost as much as men? Please answer that.
Right. Okay. So you said earlier when you were speaking with someone about why
Please
men
answer my
and
question
women.
before you read.
I'm
Please
gonna
answer.
I'm gonna answer your question. This
Okay.
is my answer to your question.
Okay, but
You
there's
said
one
why do people
ground rule.
play games?
There's one ground rule we have, okay? This one simple ground rule. You just don't
Okay.
overtalk me. That's all we do is we just don't overtalk me. Go ahead. And kind of
All
can
right, my
keep the answer a
apologies.
little bit more compact for the audience. Go ahead.
My apologies.
No
Okay,
problem.
earlier in the conversation you said you asked a question, who play game, why men and women play games, or why men play games, and you said it's a reaction to women playing games, right? Now it's the same thing with cheating. This has been a conversation that's been happening for decades. Who did it first? Did a man cheat on a woman first, or
Okay, do
did a
you think,
woman
is
cheat
this
on a
answering
man
my
first?
question, ma'am? Because I don't feel like this is answering my question. I asked you a
Well,
question. I asked you a question to respond to that, and you said you're going to answer my question, and I gave you leeway. You didn't answer my question. You're just
okay,
reframing it.
okay. So my answer to your question is it goes both ways, man
No,
and
it,
woman.
okay, but why do women make such a big deal out of it when women cheat at almost the same rate? You didn't
Well,
answer that question, ma'am.
men are, well, it's scientifically proven that women are
Ma'am,
more
ma'am, ma'am,
emotional.
ma'am. We can have the conversation, but I won't allow you to just blow past my question and reframe it. I will always stop you if I have to mute you. That's not cool. Why do women make such a big deal out of cheating when they cheat at almost the same rate? Please answer that before you go on to make any other point. That's only respectful.
Yes, and I was doing that and you cut me off. I was
I'm going to
saying
cut
women
you
are
off when
more
you ramble
emotional.
because the last time you did, you didn't answer the question. Now, I'm not going to say this
Women
again.
are more
Look, Trick.
emotional. I said it.
Look, Trick. I told you, fuck, don't come over here doing that. You can talk to yourself. You're not going to come over here with attitude. It's not going to work that way. See, women like her can't have an honest conversation. 28% to 24%. To be intellectually honest, you'd have to sit back and say, but she don't want to answer that question. You got one shot at answering the question, ma'am, because I'm not going to argue with you. Y'all see the stopwatch. Y'all see the stopwatch. The stopwatch is going to start going when they just start rambling. 28%, 24%. But women act like men cheat at exponentially higher rates. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Hello. Hey, how are you?
Okay, I'm listening.
Go ahead.
I'm here to learn.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 23. My
All
name
right.
is Nisha.
So the question we're talking about, talking about a general subject that women love men who cheat. And not the last caller, but the caller before was a married woman who obviously loved her husband and she condoned and accepted his cheating when they dated and afterwards. When we hear women often talking about the men they are so heartbroken by, but they keep going back to, are the very men who cheat. So my question is, why do women love men who cheat?
I suspect somehow we get addicted to it. I think the hormones and wanting to be accepted, and there is the other element of perhaps wanting to be chosen above the other woman for validation.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Unfortunately, yes, but I've also been guilty of cheating as well.
Okay. And so did you cheat on the same man who cheated on you?
No.
All right. So this is what confounds men. Did you get it cheated on first, or did you cheat on the other guy first? No one can see you.
Okay, so I'm bisexual, so it was sort of the other way around.
Okay, it was a woman.
I cheated I was cheated on by a male. I decided, okay, I'll be with a woman, and I ended up cheating in that relationship, unfortunately.
So you got cheated on by a man. The response was in another relationship, you cheated on a man with a woman?
Yes.
Okay. And how did he respond to that?
No, the woman. How did the woman respond to
Oh, how did the
that?
woman respond
Obviously,
to that?
she's devastated. Cheating hurts. I feel people speak about it because they're trying to sort of unpack the trauma. It hurts on both sides. I think it hurts men when they get cheated on, and it hurts women when they get cheated on. That's why people speak about it, because they feel like they're trying to understand, why is it happen? Am I not good enough? And I think that's the question that women ask, and that's what I got asked, like, why? Like, was I not good enough? And that's an impossible question to answer, because I think on both ends there's shame. It's shameful. It's sad.
No,
It hurts.
I don't think we talk about sex in an honest way.
Okay.
And there's a lot of misconceptions, but so a man cheated on you. Okay. So will you ever get married one day, do you think?
I hope so.
Okay. Since you're bisexual, what will be your choice? Who would you choose to marry?
A man.
Yeah, these are all questions that okay. Um,
Pardon if it's a bit odd.
no, it's
I
not.
can
It's not
answer
because I've
why
dealt
if
with
you're
women who are
curious.
no, that's not odd to me. I've dealt with women who are
Okay.
bisexual. I've dated women who are bisexual, but it's not a common thing for a lot of people to understand it. So I'm trying to ask questions for the audience as well. Um, would you want a traditional relationship or a traditional marriage, or would you want a more open marriage?
That's a really good question. Just to confirm, express to me what you mean exactly by traditional
Traditional
and
husband, wife, just you two.
monogamous.
Well, yeah, that's what most people think of, and then the typical gender roles.
Hmm.
Or would you want something that approximates a little bit more fluid or modern situation?
That's a really good question.
I
It really
know.
makes me
I
think.
know.
um, I would like the idea. So I love masculine energy, and I consider myself to be feminine, and I love the idea of submission. That's my truth. Um, the other
Submission
aspect,
in
so I would
hold on.
say
Submission in the relationship or submission in the bedroom?
that's even a better question.
Yeah, I
I
know that.
suspect
I mean, I
both.
know what I'm talking about.
I know, I can tell. You're making me think really deeply. I suspect both. Both.
But can you submit to
So
a
I
woman
would say
sexually? Can you submit sexually to a woman in the bedroom?
I would prefer to submit to a man, because the masculine energy is
Yeah, we're
very,
gonna put our
very,
foot on your
very.
head.
No, no, don't.
Yeah, you like it. Trust me. Jump off the dresser in it. No, I'm just kidding. It's a bit.
What? Jump off the
It's a comedy bit. It's a comedy bit.
and
But
land
seriously,
where?
oh, it's just a friend of mine in Atlanta. But here's the thing: if you
Okay.
are, then your husband,
Hmm.
would you want to bring someone in for both of you guys? Because I don't think you just. I mean, I have friends who I got female friends who are bisexual. They
Hmm.
have boyfriends, but they have sex
Hmm.
with women, but they want relation. They want to be in a relationship with a man because they can't deal with women for the same reason men have a problem dealing with women. But they
Oh,
still want to do both of you.
oh, interesting. No, actually, I get it in that sense. I would go with traditional. I
Okay.
love the idea of monogamy. I like the idea of monogamy for health reasons. I like the idea of monogamy for resources. When you think of sort of the traditional, man goes out and
All right, so
gathers,
he's
or
let's see
just
where
for
he's at. I've been
not saying
working,
definitely
trying
just
to get stuff
expecting my partner
accomplished.
to go out and gather food, but just as
Let's
an
see where we at on the
analogy,
microphone.
man goes out,
Let's
a
see.
modern man goes out, gathers the food, brings it back for the family. Sort of, I don't know if it would be ideal for me to have any
what
one
part
of
of the
us have
country
multiple.
what part of the world are you in?
I'm in London. So I'm from the
Okay.
Caribbean. I'm from Angola and I live in London.
Stupid
Well,
ass. See
if
how
you're
messed up she is?
bisexual,
She's Angola. Now
those
I'm gonna turn this
urges don't
off.
necessarily go
First off,
anywhere.
she worse up, messed up. I'm from Angola, which is Africa. Of course, you moved to London. You either move to London or you move to the United States. The only two rich white countries in the world to go to. Duh, right? Now, why is Can not coming up? There we go. All right, all right. Now they say the page not even found. Damn, don't even make that page no more. So, there it is. All right. Yeah. Uh huh. Yep. I've already asked that question. So, all right. So I'm gonna stop there. I think we've done a good job of talking specifically about what you heard a story when men cheat, when women cheat. I think it's very evident that the biggest thing is that as it relates to relationships, girls cheat equally to men. Kevin Samuels had brought that out time and time and time again. And every time Kevin Samuels brought that major point out, every girl that he'd asked that question to never went hard to say the truth. Go look at it. I'm gonna type in the search. The percentage of black women who cheat versus black men who cheat. I think that's pretty much it right there. Who cheats more? That's what you put in there. Look at that. In January 10, 2018, the last few months, 2017, had a whirlwind of news coverage on sexual harassment and abuse. From the powerful men from Hollywood all the way down to what? Us. So it's the Institute of Family Studies did a good research. An Asian woman, last name Wang, Chinese, obviously, speaks on this. All right. And of course, she wants to get shared because it's how she gets published. Marriage, divorce, breakups, infidelity, women, race, men, religions. Covers all the areas for me as a minister. All right. But let's get down to the actual gaps. All right, the chasing gender gap is wide amongst adults. For men, at this moment, 24% they're saying of men have sex with someone other than their spouse while married. But this person puts the statistic to say only 6% of women have sex with someone other than their spouse. Now, that, of course, is based upon adults who are married or have been married before. So that's weak. That statistic is only for married couples. But we're looking at just what about black people? It gets like I said, when you start getting into depthness, you start to recognize so many variables. JSTOR is where they publish all the variables. And there's article on black women and gender and family. So that's going to be focused on black women studies. Not going to necessarily agree with what they say. They're going to be slanted. But it goes in depth. All right. All right. It's already overtaken. Okay. All right. Stop. Damn. But okay. All right, all right, all right. Huh? Oh, that's not the same one. That's not the same one. That's a different one. That's a different one. That's a different one. Sorry. Put a period there. And we post. And then we follow. And then we update. And then we hit the number again. There we go. And now that button. Nothing to offer. Yeah, she pays it.